starts
like
again.
I said, when you getting
This
old,
makes
that shit
designing a
stardust.
calendar more like designing a calendar. If your calendar only ever has 365 days in a year, over time, those dates will drift from the seasonal positions they used to occur during. Unless, this extra quarter of a turn adds up to a full day after 4 years. See, March 1st is coming a day too soon now. So if we just delay March,
You see, so if we just delay, he sounds stupid. We
adds
just
up to
delay.
a
We
full
can't delay
day after
nothing.
4 years. See, March 1st is coming a day too soon now. So if we just delay March by adding an extra day at the end of February every 4 years, a leap day, we're back on track. Leap days do not add days to your life. You're still going to live the same number of them. They just change what we call them. But really, who cares about being 1 day earlier every 4 years? I mean, 1 day isn't much, you'd hardly notice it. But over time, well, if America's founders had declared not only independence from Britain, but also from leap days, and abolished them from happening, today, 240 years later, their calendar would be a full 2 months ahead of Earth's position.
Did you hear that? Y'all don't know how to comprehend when he give y'all all the coded shit. Everything he's saying in his video, he just everything in this video that he said before the half point of the video, he proved that Tom is fake. That's what I'm saying. So he's the stupidest dummy. He's an asshole. He really is.
Putting America
He proved everything he said. Just watch the first video of this. He proved everything about this shit is fake, Tom.
America's coldest winter.
Thank you for doing my work, Vsauce. And that's why, shout out to Mag Bam. That's why I like Mag Bam. That's why I got 225 of Mag Bam videos on a playlist under his own name on my page. Because I'm not a hater. Because Mag Bam is an angel and he is waking these people up. You know what I'm saying? Mag Bam don't believe in none of this shit right here. None of it.
Days
Shout out Mag Bam.
in April, and its hottest summer days in
He
October.
the hottest truther channel right now. He ain't fuck truth. He's shining a light. He's an angel.
Adding a day every 4 years is what the famous Julian calendar does. Introduced in 46 BC by Julius Caesar,
See, it was made by a man.
it was the de facto standardized Western calendar for a very long time, more than a millennium. But it's not perfect. Look closely. Leap days actually move the calendar just slightly too far each time, because
He just proved again, like this guy, and he knows all of this, and he still believe in Tom. He drinks sink water. He drank right out his sink in his mansion.
I lied.
In his
365
mansion that he got off of y'all. And you heard what he said? I lied.
closely. Leap days actually move the calendar just slightly too far each time, because I lied. 365.25 solar days don't occur within one solar year. The real number is slightly less and fluctuates year to year based on
You see all them numbers after that? It's not real, y'all.
long-term changes to Earth and the Sun's movements, which means adding 1 day every 4 years is just a teensy-weensy too many. By 1582,
This guy, he's all over.
Julian calendar dates were 10 days behind the seasons compared to where they used to be. Now, that's not bad, 10 days in more than a millennium and a half. But the Catholic Church cared, because they wanted Easter to occur exactly when it used to centuries ago. Astronomers at the time realized that if
Even though when it used to occur was fake. So y'all might as well made it occur on any day.
leap days pushed the calendar too far behind the seasons, we would just need to celebrate fewer of them to fix the problem. Specifically, we would need 3 fewer leap days every 4 centuries. The rule they wrote to achieve this stated that every 4 years would continue to be a leap year, except if it was divisible by 100, unless it was also evenly divisible by 400. This removes 3 every 400 years.
Yeah, just to trick y'all a little bit better.
On October 4th, Pope
So
Gregory
y'all
the
don't see, y'all should already be questioning shit like a leap year anyway.
13th introduced this new calendar. It took his
Y'all
name,
not awoke
the Gregorian calendar.
Now, do
He
you
also
see how many fucking different calendars? The Julian, the Gregorian, the Godzilla calendar.
undid the drift that had occurred since the early days of the Julian and declared on October 4th that tomorrow would be October 15th. October 5th to the 14th never happened in 1582. In countries
You hear that? A certain day never happened in 1582.
that listened, tomorrow would be October 15th. October 5th to the 14th never happened in 1582. In countries that listened to the Pope. It took the rest of the world centuries to hop on board. England and its colonies, like the soon-to-be United States of America, adopted the Gregorian in...
Did you hear that? Oh my God, he took too much. Actually, he's going against the Matrix, I think, too.
England and its colonies, like the soon-to-be United States of America, adopted the Gregorian in September of 1752, by which point their Julian dates were off from the seasons by 11 days, hence the disappearing
This shit, United States, is states, not countries. This is colonies.
of the third.
You go one country down, boom, that's a country. You go to South America, it's countries.
Through 13th. When adopted, the first of the year was also moved from March to January 1st. This explains why George Washington's birthday has two answers.
Only people that really get it, and he always disappeared when I pose him when I'm on his videos, so that's the telling you he's not real. But only people that's smart will get it. Like, only this angels really support this shit. Like, people that know, like, wow, yeah, this shit is fucking fake.
Although more closely hitched to the seasons than the Julian, the Gregorian calendar still isn't perfect. Its difference causes dates to become one day off from the seasons every 3,216 years. Other calendars have been proposed,
Does that even matter to y'all?
like the ones
You heard how long he said from now?
stand-up maths calculated that drifts off even more slowly.
Not how long he said from then, but I'm just saying, like, just 3,000 years. Who, you supposed to just live life. Who's worrying about 3,000, 4,000 years from now?
His video is a great watch, by the way.
That's gonna make you be depressed about dying.
But enough of all of this. Let's sit back and enjoy Earth's movement without trying to divide it up and name it. As a caveat, keep in mind that Earth's oceans and liquid insides and other celestial bodies are always pulling and tugging and sloshing around, minutely changing Earth's movements. Their effect is measurable, but difficult to notice at big scales and also don't look like much in the
Difficult to notice on big scales. Difficult to notice for a human that don't even live past 100 years.
short term. Short like the length of a human life. Looking from above the North Pole, the equator spins counterclockwise at about 1670 kilometers per hour. Relative to the sun, Earth orbits counterclockwise at 108,000 kilometers per hour, along a path tilted 23.4 degrees to its spin. Within our...
So y'all really think it's doing all that? Y'all think it's doing all that? You see those fucking stars and shit in the background that y'all supposed to be? Y'all can't go to those. Those are a fake background. That's a dream to be able to even go to one of those. You're going to go so far away from here after you die, you ain't going to be worried about no star in the background of this life.
Local neighborhood of stars, our entire solar system is drifting 70,000 kilometers per hour, roughly in the direction of the bright star Vega in the constellation of Lyra.
If we outside the earth, how we know if that's up or down? Once you leave this earth and it's moving, how do you know what's up or down? Do you get it? Like, just because the earth is moving in a certain direction, that don't mean that's down. You're out of this fucking world, my nigga.
And our solar system
This is all
is
fucking fake shit.
part of a giant galaxy called the Milky Way.
They did a real good job making it look real. Look at it. Just check it out again. Just check it. Just I'm gonna run it back a little bit. Look, just listen.
Degrees to its spin. Within our local neighborhood of stars, our entire solar system is drifting 70,000 kilometers per hour, roughly in the direction of the bright star Vega in the constellation of Lyra. And our solar system is part of a giant galaxy called the Milky Way. On a plane tilted about 60 degrees, approximately like the windshield of a car, looking from above Earth's North Pole, our entire solar system races clockwise around the galactic center at about 792,000 kilometers per hour. Our whole galaxy is also moving through the universe.
So how are we real? How? How are we real, guys? What the fuck are we in? What are we in, guys? I know what we in, but look at I can't understand. I'm so spiritual that I can't understand this left brain shit no more, my nigga. Like, it's like they just tried their best to make the shit make sense. None of this shit
around the galactic center at about 792,000 kilometers per hour. Our whole galaxy is also moving through the universe.
Look how far.
Around the galactic
If
center
we're just the
at about
Earth and we're just a dot, that means we don't exist.
792,000 kilometers per hour. Our whole galaxy is also moving through the universe.
And guess what? Our whole galaxy is even electrical signals.
We know this because when the
We know it. No, we don't. You don't know shit because you ain't flying around out there with God.
universe was very young, it was so hot, electrons
It was young, nigga. You're only a second old. You're not even a. You're a fucking. You're not even a. Oh my gosh. This nigga said the universe was young.
and protons jumped around, and photons of light scattered
You're
constantly.
not even here.
They couldn't travel very far before scattering again, so the universe was opaque. But then, around 380,000 years after the Big Bang, the universe
Oh my goodness, this guy said the Big Bang. He believed in the Big Bang. He believed. Who was there to see the Big Bang? Seriously. Like, the Bible don't even say nothing about no fucking Big Bang. So where did y'all get
just
that
enough
from?
for electrons and
You know what? That was some shit that was just made up for somebody who don't have no fucking idea. All right, so what was before the Big Bang? Because I know what was before what y'all talking about. What y'all call a Big Bang is not is not the Big Bang. That's why I got it. When I talk to y'all about it, I got to say the Big Bang. Because y'all made that fucking name up. There was no Big Bang. That's not it. But I do know what was before that.
photons to form hydrogen. Suddenly, abruptly, photons decoupled from this obstacle course and could travel relatively unencumbered.
All right, if that's electrons and shit, don't that look like space too? That look like
The
fucking
universe
space to me.
became transparent to light. And since that
It's
moment,
like that inside
those
out.
early photons have been propagating through space. Every day, ancient photons that last scattered off this opaque fog at the
All
moment.
right, ancient protons from the beginning. Why you ain't just tell everybody that's God? Damn, like these niggas like stupid.
Those early photons have been propagating through
Those early
space.
photons
Every
are
day,
God.
ancient photons that last scattered off this
Ancient.
opaque
You heard that? They was here before you. They are ancient and they are still here. That is God. That's energy.
fog at the moment of decoupling, a light day further from where Earth currently is, reach us. They are part of the cosmic microwave background radiation. It is visible in
Y'all believe in that cosmic background microwave?
every direction. Microwave because although they used to be more energetic, the universe's expansion has redshifted them. Now, some parts of this radiation are more redshifted than others because of our own movement through the universe. Controlling for the movements we've already talked about relative to this infinite, cooling baby picture of the universe, the first and oldest detectable.
And those pictures, those old pictures, they are fake. Because this is a simulation, and all they did was went on a computer and said, all right, what if we zoom all the planets back into one fucking little molecule? They did all that shit on a computer. It's fake.
Light, we are headed, riding along in the Milky Way, in the direction that the constellations of Leo and Virgo are to us, at a speed.
That's how he tried to get y'all to believe we're going towards Virgo and Leo. We're going towards Leo and Virgo constellation. And if we was going that way, do it matter? Do it fucking matter if you're going to be gone in 100 years? Listen to this fucker try to get y'all to believe.
Are headed.
He tried to hit 8% of y'all, 6% of y'all with the zodiac and grab y'all heart.
Riding along in the Milky Way, in the direction that the constellations of Leo and Virgo are to us, at a speed of 2.1 million
Because you believe everything you hear, man.
kilometers per hour, towards a thing we don't fully understand yet, simply called the Great Attractor.
They don't even know what it's called yet.
This is how you, on Earth's surface,
Here's the biggest lie right at the last minute. Here we go. Listen.
fully understand yet, simply called the Great Attractor. This is how you, on Earth's surface, are moving through the universe aboard spaceship Earth. Okay, now stop. This is roughly 100 years of Earth's movement through space.
All right. So that's Earth's 100 years movement through space. So everybody that was born died since then. Do you get it? So y'all only moved in this whole shit that y'all live in right now. Y'all only moved that much, even if that was real. Which, what is that? A string here to God?
This path we've traced from where
Look at it.
this is roughly 100 years of Earth's movement through space. This path we've traced
100 years.
from where we began
Y'all are a fucking DNA strand.
here is the path you will take through the universe in your lifetime.
You hear that? That's the path you're going to take through the universe.
This path we've traced from where we began here is the path you will take through the universe in your lifetime. You didn't buy a ticket for this ride. Your parents signed you up without asking. But nonetheless, it is quite literally.
You see that? He said your parents signed you up without asking. He ain't spiritual. You chose your parents. And you see that? That is a frequency. This is what I'm telling y'all in life. Just stare at that. Pause this video. Stare at that for 10 minutes. That is what you see in the hospital when you're beeping on the monitor. A frequency. That's all life is. If you break an atom down, you're going to see a wave in it. A wave of energy. It's all a trick. Everything is a trick. Listen to it.
Universe in your lifetime.
Please wake up.
You didn't buy a ticket for this ride. Your parents signed you up without asking. But nonetheless, it is quite literally the ride of your life. And as always, thanks for watching.